Hey, this is Eric from TechnoRV, and in this information video, I'm going to compare and tell you everything that you need to know about the TST tire pressure monitoring system cap sensors versus the flow-through sensors. And I hope by the end of this video, this will help you in your decision-making process on which sensor may be best for you. And as always, you can get all of your TST tire pressure monitoring system kits and accessories at TechnoRV.com. These are the two different types of sensors that TST offers. This sensor here is a flow-through sensor, and this simply means that you can air up your tire through the sensor without taking it off of the valve stem. This is the cap sensor, and it is much lower profile than the flow-through sensor, but you do need to take it off of the valve stem in order to air it up. So let's compare these two sensors. Let's start with the measurements. The cap sensor measures from bottom to top, the height of it at 0.9 of an inch. The diameter from one side all the way to the other is also about 0.9 of an inch. The flow-through sensor is 2.2 inches long to 1 inch wide and 0.9 inches high from here to here. So that is the measurements of these two systems here. The weight of them, the flow-through sensor weighs about 22 grams, and the cap sensor weighs about 18 grams. So both less than an ounce, and you do not need to rebalance your tires with either one of these. They just don't weigh enough. The PSI ratings for both of these sensors is from 0 to 218 PSI with an accuracy of plus or minus 3 PSI. The operating temperature for both of these sensors is from -40 to 176 degrees Fahrenheit with an accuracy of plus or minus 3 degrees. Both of these sensors are pressure activated. What this means is that when you put these sensors onto the valve stem and turn your TST monitor on, it will start broadcasting forward the pressure and temperature of each tire. This is opposed to other systems that may be motion activated. That means you have to start rolling before they start broadcasting information. That's not as good as pressure activated, because with the pressure activated sensors of the TST, you're going to be able to get your pressures before you start on your trip. I think that's a very important point, pressure activated. Both of these sensors have user-replaceable batteries in them. The cap sensor has a 2032 battery, and the flow-through sensor has a 1632 battery. Both of these type batteries are easy to find, and you can expect about 1 year of battery life out of these sensors, and then you just change them out yourself. It's very easy to do, and then you're good for another year. Both of these sensors have anti anti-theft features, and they work kind of the same way. With each sensor that you get, you will also get a brass nut with each sensor. And what you'll do is you'll put this brass nut onto the valve stem first, and then whichever type sensor that you have, you'll then screw that sensor on to the valve stem, and then you'll have a tool that will allow you to back that nut back against the sensor, thus locking it onto the valve stem. It's really easy to do, and it's very effective. You don't have to use the anti-theft locking nut if you don't want to. The sensors will stay on the valve stems just fine without it, but if you want the anti-theft feature, then it certainly comes with it, and you can certainly use that. These sensors, as far as what types of valve stems these sensors will work with, the cap sensor will work on metal or rubber valve stems. The cap sensor will work on either. The flow-through sensor needs to be on a metal valve stem. So you do not want to put the flow-through sensor onto a rubber valve stem. The reason there is just the extra length on the flow-through sensor creates more centrifugal force, and over time it could wear down a rubber valve stem. So again, flow-through sensors only on metal valve stems. Cap sensors you can put on either metal or rubber. So there you have it, kind of everything you need to know about both of these sensors and the comparison of them. And you can just give this video a thumbs up, and if you have additional questions, then please post them in the comments, and we will be sure to answer those questions for you. So now that you have all the information about these two type sensors, if you still have some questions about how to make that decision, I've made another video where I really just talk about the questions you need to ask yourself to make this decision process easier, and you can click on the video below here to get to that video. And always remember to get your TST systems at TechnoRV, where we have the lowest prices, free shipping options, and the TechnoRV Learning Series.